Hi there, it's the Divine Healer. I hope you guys are doing well, staying balanced and at peace. I don't understand the multitude of people that criticize people on their appearances. Sorry, my speech pediment, but you people probably make fun of that too. But God sees you, hears you. Now, it's about my teeth. A lot of you people are talking about my teeth. You know, you guys shouldn't be picking on people's images because they could have gone through something that actually killed them. And they did pass away from the accident or whatever they went through. You don't know the horrific experiences people have with things that may be wrong with their appearances. The way someone dresses, the way someone speaks, the way someone does their hair. What color lipstick or lip gloss they wear, if it's too bright or if it's too clear, or there's too much eye makeup, or there's too little, or if someone's too white or someone's too black. This whole image thing started picking up in the 80s when the sugar was really dumped into the food and the cereals and the milk and everything, and people started gaining weight. So they started picking on the bigger people. And that's another thing that I deal with. I deal with weight issues. I can be extremely skinny or I can be extremely curvy. It just depends on what type of diet lifestyle I can afford. And right now, and these past couple of years, I haven't been able to be on my protein diet like I was before. I got down to 112 pounds. So, you don't know what people are going through financially, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I feel like I'm a mother representative for God trying to discipline you people on how to have mercy and grace for others, compassion, being caring for people, actually caring for people, being empathetic, having understanding. It's called putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Why would you judge someone if you don't even know them or what they've been through? Or why things are certain ways on a person or what their image is? People shouldn't judge people, especially on their appearances or how they speak. It's the soul of the person. You don't know how much witchcraft they've gone through, to have acne, Bell's palsy, eye twitches, whatever, all kinds of things, cancer. It gets to the extreme. So let me tell you about my teeth. I walked my dog across the road. I was 7 years old. I was walking back and only had to take 2 steps up onto the curb. And a drunk driver came on the wrong side of the road and hit me, and I flew 60 feet in the air and I landed on my mouth. This tooth went up my nose, under the skin, up into my nose, under the skin. I could feel it inside of my nostril. My pelvic bone was broke. My right leg was broke. It was my left pelvic, my right leg. Split my lip. Got gashes all throughout here. And I was alone. When my mother showed up, and my dad was there, that showed up later on. My mother didn't come and see me. I felt abandoned. Before the accident, I had warned my sister that there was a crazy driver out there. And she forced me to walk the dog anyway, or she was going to throw my toys away, which I didn't have many because we were poor. So I didn't want to lose my toys. So forcefully, I walked the dog and I got hit by that car. So, when I was up in the sky, I was made to look down at my sister. And she was crying under the stairs with her boyfriend at the time. That later on, when I was 11, he gave me meth. But anyway, she was crying to him and telling him that it was all her fault. I came back into my body and my leg was behind my body. And I asked the paramedic, I said, why is my leg behind my body? And he said, don't worry about it. And I just passed out from all the pain. I woke up in the emergency room where I was puking. So much that it was overwhelming, we'll just say. The doctor was asking me all these questions like what I ate. Do I remember anything? What did I do before the accident? Stuff like that. They had to put 2 pins in my leg to make the bones grow back together. That split in half. And that hurt like a son of a bitch, being 7 years old and having 2 pins just rammed into the sides of your bones and both sides of the thigh. I screamed. and it felt like everybody in the hospital could hear me, even up to the third floor. I was in the hospital for, I don't know how long. My parents didn't tell me, but it felt like forever. But there was a man at the accident that pulled the man out of the vehicle, and he beat him up. The cops just gave him a ticket and let him go because it was before Mothers Against Drunk Driving and DUIs. And this man, he would visit me in the hospital. And back then, unicorns were really big, and so were porcelains. So he painted me a porcelain unicorn. And I didn't like to smile because of my mouth. I was very insecure about it being that little. And he wrote on it, "Smile, honey, smile, love, Charlie." I would sketch my teddy bear to have something to do. Doodle. But the last time I saw him, when he came in, he visited me, and as he was walking out, I asked him, mind you, I was only 7 years old. I asked him, I said, "Are you an angel?" He looked back, smiled, and he said no. But I knew he was. And he left, and I never saw him again. So, you never know who's being sent into your life. Certain seasons of your life, of the stage of your life. It's very important not to take people for granted that are sent into your life, because they're there for a reason. These days, people seem to pull on people's heartstrings and emotions. The amount of hate and evil that is going on in this world, how people treat people. God needs to smack every one of you on your ass. They tried to bring my tooth all the way down and straighten it out with braces. They were going to do surgery, but my mom probably opted out for it because she couldn't afford it. So, or the lady that raised me. I don't know. So, anyway, that's why my teeth are jacked up, and my bottom teeth, there's a lot of witchcraft done on those as well. So, when God blesses me, I'm going to get all new teeth. So, it's not to make you guys happy or the population happy or whoever I'm around happy. It's about making me happy, not anyone else. And God's making that possible for me, because He knows the true trauma I went through. So before you go judging others, just like another light worker was made fun of. You should probably ask. I wonder if they've gone through something bad. Actually, you should pray for that person. If you see something wrong with somebody and something doesn't seem right, you could pray for that person. You could have compassion for that person. If you don't know that person, if you know that person and you feel like you can ask them, you know, what's wrong, what happened, you know, have compassion when you're asking somebody what's wrong with them, or why is something the way it is on somebody, or why are they the way that they are. Have understanding and compassion, mercy and grace. What happened to having respect for others and understanding? Where's the compassion in the world? Where has it gone? What the hell is wrong with all of you? People are not perfect, but we are perfect in God's eyes to Him because He created us as we are. And yes, we go through things in life. We go through trauma. We have experiences. We get scars. And they tell stories. So fuck you. Grow up. Learn how to be a person of honor and respect for people and have compassion for people. You need to be God-smacked. That is what God is instilling me to speak of today. Be of a good servant. Be of a good person, a peacemaker, as He is for us. Stay in gratitude. I love you, and may Source be with you.